The sirens are blaring, people are in a panic, and you scramble to save yourself and your loved ones. Disasters strike without warning and remind us how fragile we really are. I'm John Slater, and I'm going to tell you how to better prepare yourselves. I'm going to briefly discuss the different types of disasters, why you should prepare for them, and how to prepare. First, let's look at the different types of disasters. In 1998, I experienced a Category 1 hurricane in the Florida Panhandle. As the storm approached, I spent the better part of the day trying to figure out how I needed to best protect my home and family. I did my best, gathered the supplies I thought I would need, and later that night the storm arrived with all its fury. 100-mile-per-hour winds blew against my home, causing it to creak and moan. It was very unnerving to me. As the storm passed, however, I learned I could have done a much better job preparing. My radio didn't work. I hadn't bought a generator for the appliances I thought I would need. And in most cases, if there's something that you need to be prepared for it for the day after the disaster. For instance, if you want to make coffee in the morning when you wake up, think about how you're going to need to do that. You won't have power. Lastly, my hurricane kit only had minimal supplies. Had this been a stronger hurricane, I definitely would have been ill-prepared with the minimum amount of supplies I had on hand. This is why everyone should prepare themselves well in advance and help themselves. Once a storm hits, there's almost no help or supplies available for long periods of time. Disasters can include terrorist acts, tornadoes, earthquakes, floods, and hurricanes. In an average 3-year period, roughly 5 hurricanes strike the U.S. coastline, killing approximately 50 to 100 people. Of these, typically major or intense hurricanes, there are human costs. There are also billions of dollars worth of homes and property lost both during the storms and after from wind and water damage. The cost to consumers and taxpayers are immense. Time, money, and higher insurance costs are only a few of the ways we are affected by disasters. A good plan can speed recovery from even the worst event. Consider how victims of Hurricane Katrina could have changed the outcome of the disaster if they had a better plan to evacuate or kept supplies in the city for after the disaster to be able to recover. You can be prepared, and here's how. Whether you're preparing for a major hurricane or a terrorist act, almost everyone can build a basic disaster kit for their home or car. Non-perishable food, water, flashlights, a weather radio, a cell phone, blankets, money, prescription drugs, and keeping your gas tank full are things you should do. All these are basic items you need in case of a disaster. FEMA and the American Red Cross maintain comprehensive lists which everyone should obtain and build a kit from. The time spent could save your life or your loved ones. In conclusion, let me remind you what I've already covered. I've already explained the different types of disasters to prepare for, why you should prepare for them, and how you should prepare. Last August, 4 people in Okinawa, Japan died due to a flash flood that came suddenly without warning whatsoever. Fortunately, not all disasters strike without warning. Being prepared will save lives, time, and money. You can do this. Get started now.